Hello everyone, I am Sahil from Code Help. Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I am going to tell you a shorthand syntax which we can use and make the class declaration a bit more cleaner as well as very compact. So as you can see, I have these properties and this constructor method which takes in the user input as arguments and assigns them to the properties of the class. So instead of writing this whole bunch of code, we can simply use a shorthand syntax provided by TypeScript, which will help us to make the class declaration very clean and compact. So let's just do that. Let me comment the properties on the top, and also let me remove the code inside the constructor method. So let's just remove that. And now in the constructor, let's remove the argument list as well for the time being so that I can pass the arguments with the access modifiers like adding private name here. So let's add all three properties. Let's say private name, after that public course, and followed by protected fees. Now, this syntax will tell TypeScript that you want these arguments passed to the constructor as member variables to the class as well. So this is a shorthand to what we already had, and it will work exactly the same way as it was working before. So now this is doing a couple of things. First of all, it accepts name and course and fees as arguments to the constructor. Secondly, it tells that these arguments are member variables of the class student as well, and these member variables have the respective access restriction mentioned before them. And thirdly, it assigns the member variables with the values passed to the arguments at the time we create the instance of this class using the new keyword. So now it will create three member variables: name, course, and fees, in which name will be private, course will be public, and fees will be protected. Also, it will take the values passed to the arguments and assign them to the member variables automatically. So we will not be needing to write any initialization logic inside the constructor method like we used to write this.name equals to name inside our constructor body. So let's just try that as well. So if I'll do let student3 equals to new student, and I pass in the parameters. So let's say name as Tom Java and fees as 5000, and let me just log it to the console so that we can see if it is working the same as before. So let's just log it to the console and let me save the file, and let's just check the output. So as you can see, we are able to see the new values of student 3 are automatically being assigned to the member variables, and we are able to see the output here. So we have verified that the current syntax is exactly working the same as it was working before, with all the member variables declared on top. Then we had the constructor method with argument list, and then inside the constructor we had the initialization logic. So after replacing everything with the new syntax, also it is working fine. But with this syntax, you have to remember one thing, that you have to explicitly mention the access restrictions in the constructor argument, even if a variable is having public access. So though that is the default access modifier, but you'll have to mention that explicitly always while using this syntax. So you need to follow the exact same syntax in your case to make it work. And you can't just leave the access modifier blank. So in our case, let's say our course is of type public, then I can't just remove it, as TypeScript will now not know whether it is a simple argument or a member variable with public access. So we have to mention the access modifier explicitly in every case. So that's all in this video. In case you have a doubt, you can mention that in the comment section. Hope this video helped you. If it did, please like it, leave a comment, share it with your friends, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you and see you in the next lecture.